When Bayern Munich signed Luis Diaz, many questioned whether a Premier League dribbling magician could adapt to the Bundesliga's tactical discipline. Today, those doubts are gone. Diaz has not only adapted, he has transformed Bayern's entire attacking identity. Welcome to our deep dive on how Luis Diaz is reshaping Bayern Munich, one explosive run at a time. Let's begin with the basics. Luis Fernando Diaz Marulanda, born in 1997 in Barrancas, Colombia, is a footballer defined by hunger. A street player, a fighter, a winger who never stops running. At Liverpool, we saw flair. At Bayern, we are seeing evolution. Tactical maturity, ruthless efficiency, and above all, leadership through intensity. Bayern traditionally loves width. Remember Ribéry and Robben, two masters of destroying defenses from the flanks. For years after them, Bayern searched for someone with that same 1v1 fear factor. Kingsley Coman had flashes, Leroy Sané had moments, Gnabry had runs. But Diaz brought everything: acceleration, decision-making, and heartbeat. Under Bayern's tactical system, Diaz typically starts on the left side in a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-3-3. But what makes him special is his movement without the ball. He doesn't just hug the touchline. He attacks half spaces and positions himself between defenders, forcing mistakes. When he receives the ball, there's no hesitation. First touch, burst, cut inside, curl, shot. That signature move, outside to inside with a right-footed strike, has become Bayern's new highlight reel. Statistically, Diaz has delivered what Bayern desperately needed: direct dribbles into the box, progressive carries, first touch passing in tight areas, and above all, end product in big games. In the Bundesliga, defenders are fast, physical, and compact, especially against Bayern. But Diaz thrives in those environments. His speed is not just pace, it's decision-making in milliseconds. Watch how he beats the first man. Watch how he glides past pressure. Watch his reaction time after losing possession. Immediate press, no complaining, no walking, he goes again. The most underrated transformation is how Diaz has changed Bayern's midfield balance. When he receives the ball wide, Bayern's fullback naturally pushes and overloads the left side. The number 10 shifts slightly, and suddenly Bayern have 3 passing options instead of 1. He's not just a dribbler. He's a system unlocker. Bundesliga defenders hate facing him because he forces them into 2v1 situations. You either double team him or get destroyed 1-0-1. And when teams double him, Bayern's striker is suddenly free in the box. But what truly sets Luis Diaz apart is his mentality. This is a player who grew up with very little, who fought for every minute of football, who rose from poverty, who landed in Europe with nothing but hunger and a heart full of desire. Every match still feels personal to him. His defensive work rate, pure fire. Losing the ball, immediate press. Teammate loses the ball, he sprints back 40 meters to recover. That energy gave Bayern something they missed after Lewandowski left: identity. He plays every game like a final, and that energy spreads. Diaz's performance in big games is where fans truly notice the evolution. Against Dortmund, constant threat. Against Leipzig, unplayable wide isolation. Against Leverkusen, tactical discipline, no selfish dribbling, mature decisions. In Champions League nights, positional intelligence, supporting overlaps, stretching lines, and offering Bayern a transition weapon. In Europe, Bayern needed a winger who could punish high lines instantly. Diaz is perfect for it. One thing Bayern fans talk about constantly is his chemistry, with the striker making near-post runs, with midfielders arriving late, with overlapping fullbacks. You can tell when Diaz trusts a teammate. He releases the ball at the exact right moment. He's not only a solo artist anymore. Bayern has turned him into a composer. What separates top talents from world-class players? Consistency, decision-making, impact in pressure moments. Luis Diaz at Bayern Munich is checking all 3 boxes. If he keeps this level of performance, checkmark, he becomes one of the best wide forwards in world football. Checkmark, he becomes a Champions League difference maker. Checkmark, he becomes a Bundesliga icon. Bayern once dominated Europe with 2 legends, Ribéry and Robben. For years, fans dreamed of another winger capable of bringing fear back to the Allianz Arena. Luis Diaz is not just a successor, he is a new chapter. He brings South American fire, Premier League intensity, and Bundesliga precision. He embodies something every Bayern fan values: heart. Luis Diaz to Bayern was not just a signing. It was a statement that Bayern wants to build again, fast, fearless, dominant football from the wings. A statement that energy matters as much as technique. A statement that personality can change a locker room. Diaz is not perfect. He still loses possession occasionally. He still needs to refine final passes under pressure. But that's football, continuous growth. What he already gives Bayern is priceless. Danger, excitement, emotion, and the feeling that anything can happen when he has the ball. And maybe, just maybe, Bayern have found the next superstar winger who will define the next era.